Have you ever wondered what kind of love your dog hopes to receive from you for life? Not the dramatic kind, but the steady kind your dog can feel in the body every day. To a dog, love is often measured in safety, attention, patience, and the way you return.
Thank you.
And there are 8 simple actions that can turn your presence into a lifelong place of peace. The first is this: greet your dog like the reunion matters, even after a short absence. That bright reaction at the door is not just excitement. It is relief that the bond is still there. When you pause, soften your voice, and let your dog come close, the nervous system settles. A rushed entry can feel confusing, but a calm hello tells your dog the pack is together again. Some dogs leap, some freeze, some wag low and circle, but all are reading your first seconds. Those first moments teach your dog whether coming to you feels safe, welcomed, and emotionally clear. Lifelong love begins with being someone whose return always feels warm instead of uncertain. The second action is giving your dog daily time that is truly shared, not just physically nearby. A dog can tell the difference between your body in the room and your attention being present. Even a few slow minutes on the floor can mean more than an hour of distracted closeness. When you watch, listen, and answer small signals, your dog feels seen, not merely managed. This is how trust deepens through ordinary moments that carry full emotional presence. Your dog does not need constant entertainment, but does need proof that connection can be found. Over a lifetime, those small islands of undivided time become the memory of home. And the third is respecting fear before it becomes panic, instead of dismissing it as bad behavior. A tucked tail, a stiff pause, or turning away can be your dog's polite way of asking for space. When you notice those signals early, you protect trust before stress spills over. Love is not pushing your dog to cope faster just because the world seems harmless to you. It is becoming a translator who says, "I see the worry, and I will not abandon you in it." Each time you slow down for fear instead of punishing it, your dog learns you are safe to follow. Few gifts feel bigger to a dog than being believed before the body has to shout. The fourth action is learning how your dog likes to be touched, and when your dog does not. Not every loving dog wants hands all the time, even from the person it trusts most. Now, some dogs lean in for chest rubs. Some prefer quiet contact beside your leg. When you wait for soft approach instead of reaching first, affection becomes consent, not pressure. Gentle touch lowers tension only when the dog can keep choice inside the moment. That is why the kindest owners read blinking eyes, breathing pace, and the body that either melts or braces. To your dog, respectful touch says, "My comfort matters here, not just your intention." The fifth is giving your dog a life with rhythm, because predictability is a form of love. Meals at familiar times, walks with steady patterns, and restful spaces help the body feel secure. Dogs do not only bond through affection, they also bond through knowing what comes next. When the day has shape, your dog spends less energy scanning for surprise. Routine does not make life boring. It makes room for confidence to grow. In a stable pattern, even hard moments feel smaller because the world remains readable. A dog loved for life is often a dog whose days make emotional sense. The sixth action is letting walks belong to your dog sometimes, not only to your schedule. To us, a walk is movement, but to a dog, it is news, memory, and emotional mapping. Every long sniff at a tree or gate is part of how your dog reads the world. When you allow safe pauses instead of constant pulling, curiosity stays alive. Those moments are not wasted time, they are mental care happening through the nose. A dog who is allowed to explore often returns home calmer, fuller, and more balanced. Love can sound like footsteps, but sometimes it looks like waiting while your dog investigates one leaf. The seventh is guiding with clarity instead of fear, because correction without safety damages connection. Your dog learns best when boundaries are calm, repeated, and easy to understand. Yelling may stop a behavior in the moment, but it can also make you harder to read. A fair tone, a clear cue, and a patient reset protect learning without hurting trust. Dogs do not need perfection from you. They need consistency they can predict. When mistakes are met with teaching instead of intimidation, your dog keeps turning toward you, and turning toward you even after confusion is one of the purest signs of secure love. The eighth action is staying tender as your dog changes, especially when age begins to slow the body. The dog who once raced to the door may one day rise slowly and still love you just as deeply. Older dogs often ask for softer bedding, gentler pace, and more patience in ordinary routines. What looks smaller from the outside can feel huge to a body that tires sooner. When you adjust with kindness instead of disappointment, your dog feels cherished, not left behind. In the end, lifelong love is simple. Be the safe place your dog never has to doubt. And if your dog could ask for only 8 gifts, all 8 would spell the same word: home.